All right, let's dive into a professional skill that is, I think, secretly one of the most powerful things you can master. We're talking about the art of taking meeting minutes. I know, it might sound a little dry, but trust me, getting this right can make you one of the most valuable people in any room.
So, let me ask you something. Does this sound familiar? You walk out of a big meeting, and just a week later, nobody can quite agree on what was actually decided. Or even worse, who was supposed to do what. It's this super common frustration, right? And it points to a much, much bigger problem in how teams work.
Okay, this might sound a little intense, but in the world of organizations, it is basically the truth. Without a written record, great ideas, key decisions, critical assignments, they can all just evaporate. It's this thing called organizational amnesia, and it is the silent killer of productivity. But there is a really powerful antidote to this, and the solution is to completely reframe how we think about this. We have to stop seeing meeting minutes as some boring chore and start seeing them for what they really are. They're the official collective memory of your team.
So what are we actually talking about here? Formally, meeting minutes are the written record of a meeting, but I want you to pay really close attention to that last sentence. It is a summary, not a transcript. This is probably the single most important distinction you can make. Your job isn't to write down every single word someone says. It's to capture the essence of what truly mattered.
What's really cool is how all these things build on each other. You see, accountability makes sure people actually do what they said they would. Continuity means that if someone's out sick or a new person joins the team, they can get up to speed in no time. And all of that, together, builds what we call institutional memory. It's like the collective brain of your organization, and it stops you from solving the same problems over and over and over again.
All right, so we get why they're important, but what actually goes into them? Let's get practical and break down the anatomy of a really effective minute so we can turn all this theory into something you can actually use.
Believe it or not, there's a proven formula for this. It's not just random notes. Really effective minutes are built on 9 standard elements. Just think of them as the essential building blocks that make sure your record is complete, professional, and, most importantly, actually useful.
Now, the key thing here is that this is not just some random checklist. Every single one of these elements serves a critical purpose. The heading sets the scene, the attendees list shows who was there and who's bound by the decisions. The agenda items are the what, the decisions are the so what, and those action items, that's the now what. It tells a complete story.
And this slide right here, this perfectly illustrates that point about being a summarizer. Your goal is to capture the signal and filter out all the noise. You want to include all the formal motions, the key decisions, and those clear action items. And you want to exclude all the personal opinions, the back-and-forth dialogue, and definitely your own commentary. You're an objective reporter, not a storyteller.
Okay, so having the right elements is like half the battle. But the way you actually write the minutes, that's what separates a document that just gets filed away and forgotten from one that actually drives action and creates real clarity for everyone.
Think of these 6 things as your quality control checklist. Are they accurate and objective? Super important. Are they clear enough that someone who missed the meeting could read them and know exactly what happened? And this last one is huge. Are they timely? Sending out minutes a week late is almost as bad as not sending them at all. You've got to get them out within 24 to 48 hours while the conversation is still fresh in everyone's mind.
Let's look at the single most common mistake people make. On the left, you've got this vague statement. The treasurer was asked to prepare a report. Okay, which treasurer? What kind of report? By when? It's basically just a suggestion. Now look at the right. That is a perfect action item. It's got a specific task, a person responsible for it, and a hard deadline. That is how you create real accountability.
So, when you put it all together, the right structure combined with the right principles for writing, taking minutes really does transform. It goes from being this tedious administrative chore into a genuine superpower. You become the person who brings clarity, who drives action, and who literally builds the official history of your team's success.
This quote from our source material just nails it. This is the whole point. Good minutes are the bedrock of any well-run organization. They are the engine that ensures what gets decided actually gets done, and what gets done gets remembered.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. In your own teams, in your own organization, are you actively and consciously building that memory? Or are you maybe letting some of your most valuable decisions and your absolute best ideas just disappear into thin air? The choice and the power to fix it really might be in your hands.